When a camera is in the right place at the right time, the result can be incredible. In today's video, we're exploring incredible moments caught on camera, moments that very few people would believe ever happened if they hadn't been recorded. Erosion around bridge foundations is one of the leading causes of bridge collapses during major floods worldwide. This is a clear visual example of that process in action. What happened in Dhauli, India shows why mountainous regions must be closely monitored during heavy rain. Disasters can sometimes begin with very small changes along a slope. In just one night, flash floods completely changed Kuntan, China. Vehicles weighing thousands of pounds were swept away with ease, showing the immense force of floodwater when nature moves beyond human control. Many people think accidents at sea happen because there isn't enough space. In reality, most begin with overconfidence. A wide-open ocean can't make up for a single moment of distraction. The Atacama is known as a place where it almost never rains, but that extreme dryness makes it harder for the ground to absorb large amounts of water in a short time, turning heavy rain into dangerous flash floods. There was no familiar runway and no perfect conditions. Only one option remained. In that moment, skill turned a dangerous situation into a safe return. Are you watching this video under clear skies or in the middle of a storm? Let everyone know where you're watching from. Maybe for this man, a girlfriend can be replaced and a phone can be upgraded, but not this car. A car can weigh thousands of pounds, but in powerful floodwater, weight is no longer an advantage. The force of the water can turn massive machines into floating objects. Don't blink, because the next few seconds may make you forget to breathe. There are moments when people don't defeat nature. They simply show how strong their determination can be. Ayed al-Aklabi created one of those moments. This wind seemed to start a free-flying competition at a Melbourne construction site, and every loose object was suddenly entered. Steep terrain, high elevations, and concentrated rainfall put many parts of the Himalayas at risk of flash floods. When the water carries soil and rocks with it, The flow can quickly gain speed and destructive force. In Hong Kong typhoon, Ragasa delivered an important reminder. During coastal storms, wind is what you can see, but storm surge is the danger that can change everything. Behind the damage figures are thousands of families facing uncertainty as floodwater surrounds their homes and disrupts their lives. Since July 6, 2026, many parts of China have faced severe flooding with water covering residential areas and leaving widespread damage.
What a madman.
Don't let the beauty of Dangar Falls fool you. After heavy rain, this place can turn into a challenge that not everyone is capable of handling. They may look like flying machines from the past, but once airborne biplanes still prove that age doesn't determine what they can do in the sky. If you were the insurance adjuster, how much damage would you estimate here? When nature tested people, Ellicott City showed the value of unity and the determination to never give up.
Come on! You got it!
A phone call may last only a few minutes, but it can carry a whole world of emotion. What do you think of this girl's reaction? People call it floodwater, but look closer. It's more like a massive bulldozer made by nature with no brakes and nowhere to turn. After the Trans-Asia Flight 235 accident, many pilot training procedures were reviewed to better prepare crews for critical moments. A fun day turned frightening in just a few seconds. How do you think you would react if you were there?
Falls ich nicht mehr leben sollte, ich liebe euch alle am Monaco.
Oh mein Gott, wir werden alle sterben!
This situation is a clear reminder of why regular vehicle inspections are so important. Don't just watch the water flowing past, because the real damage to a structure may be happening beneath the ground. When adrenaline kicks in, ordinary legs can do things that seem impossible. People can build the tallest and strongest structures, but nature is always the final test of how solid they really are. In Botswana, people aren't the owners of nature, just guests who are allowed to visit. Don't worry, this is just part of a deer's natural life cycle. Once the antlers are fully developed, the velvet that helped nourish them dries out and sheds, revealing the final result of the growth process. The ocean doesn't care how many years of experience you have or how advanced your equipment is. It simply reminds us that nature must always be respected. Highways were never designed for airplanes, but in that moment, one became an emergency runway, the place that saved an entire flight. Nature doesn't care what people have built. It asks only one question: can those structures withstand what comes next? A giant python appeared in the streets of Dimapur, Nagaland, leaving many people stunned. Some claimed it was nearly 20 feet long. Do you think that estimate is accurate? This isn't a scene from a disaster movie. It's what a camera captured in Changling Jilin Province, China, when a tornado appeared.
Ooh!
Only by truly understanding bees can someone step into the middle of a swarm without turning them into a danger. With a weight of 80,000 pounds, The driver's skill and calm judgment were the only things keeping this dangerous situation under control. Even with a small aircraft, every landing is still a test of the pilot's skill focus and ability to make accurate judgments. If the car could talk, its first words would probably be, "I need a break."
Pull inside the car with you. Put your rope in the car with you. There you go.
This moment in Holton, Indiana shows that behind every successful rescue are careful preparation and the steady nerves of emergency crews. This may be the first time a swimming pool and a garage have become one, but certainly not in the way the owner wanted. Some moments make people feel as though fate quietly pulled them away from danger. Nature gave a very clear warning. Sometimes the smartest choice isn't to try to win, but to know when to back away. When it was introduced, the Boeing 727-200 broke several limits. This three-engine jet could carry hundreds of passengers and operate at airports that many other large aircraft couldn't easily use. In just a few minutes, an ordinary sky can disappear behind a massive wall of dust. This is the power of a haboob, a storm that doesn't come from the sea but from the ground itself. Nearly 150,000 pounds of steel can't react like a person. That's why every movement around heavy equipment must be carefully planned. Ilgraben, Switzerland is considered one of the best-known natural laboratories for studying debris flows. Its steep terrain can make streams carrying soil and rocks accelerate in a very short time. Luck may bring you an opportunity, but your reflexes determine whether you make it through. If you were in New York during this moment, it must have been an unforgettable experience. Share how you felt with us.
Wow, I've never seen flooding like this, guys. Never. This is historic.
You might think this is a scene from a movie, but it's real. Thousands of starlings are creating an aerial dance that continues to amaze scientists. This is a rare view from inside a tornado in Gaithersburg, Maryland. When nature's power appears right in front of you, what would you do first? Not every landing goes according to plan. The incident in Clay, Michigan shows how important a pilot's quick response and ability to assess the situation can be. Do you think a heavy vehicle will always stay in place? What happened in Kalimpong proves that against extremely powerful water weight isn't always an advantage. One wave, one moment, and enough force to remind us that no vehicle is completely safe against nature. I can almost hear the man's voice in this moment.
Yeah, so I think we go down. Okay, well, this goes to Times Square, and here is our train. Whoa!
How many apples do you think fell here? 1,000, 5,000, or 10,000?
Now the food is wasted in this city.
When driving on the highway, leaving yourself an escape route can sometimes be more important than maintaining your speed. This rain wasn't just a test of the weather, it was also a test of the flood control system in Semarang, Indonesia. If you believe God protected him, comment 99.
César, dale, va, yo, ¡da! Uy, no, hermano. Venga, vamos.
Behind every dam is a complex engineering system, and when even one part fails, the consequences can spread quickly. This incident at Hydroituango, Colombia is proof of that. This is what RAF Red Arrows pilots see while performing their world-famous formation flights. If nature had a reflex test, this rabbit just turned in a perfect score. If you want the fastest shortcut to the police station, this might be it. This was the scene in Iwaki, Fukushima, when a tsunami as high as 33 feet moved inland, turning a calm river into a chaotic flow of vehicles, materials, and debris. People can build solid walls, but they can't ignore the power of nature. When construction sits too close to a river, every flood season becomes a new test of the structure's safety. Southwest Florida just witnessed the intense power of nature as extremely strong winds swept through an area under an inland tornado warning. When a train weighing thousands of pounds travels at 70 miles per hour, the sound and vibration always make for an unforgettable experience. When floodwater rises, no bridge should ever be considered completely safe, especially a wooden one. An elephant entering a residential area can frighten people, but the more important question is what forced such a massive animal to leave the place where it belongs.
Is that not the most incredible thing you've ever seen?
I've never in my whole life.
That is so cool.
This was a rare moment in southern Wisconsin where nature created a mini waterspout over the water, a brief but impressive display of the atmosphere. Never forget that when climbing safety equipment can be the deciding factor in whether you survive. We can prepare for the trip, but we can't prepare for a vehicle coming from a direction no one expects. The future of off-road vehicles may not be built on four wheels. GD01 offers a different approach using robotic technology to step beyond the limits of rough terrain. Thousands of people come here every year to see this unusual wave. But don't let its beauty fool you. The power behind it is why safety barriers are always in place. A phone may be waterproof, but the person holding it isn't. The sea doesn't just test people with wind and waves, it also tests them through the equipment they operate every day. Sometimes the greatest stroke of luck isn't avoiding the challenge, but having someone beside you when it arrives. Hurricane Fiona didn't just bring heavy rain, it also created powerful floodwaters strong enough to reshape the land and leave visible marks across an entire area. This wasn't just a routine transport flight, it also marked a special chapter in the history of the DC-6 Empress of Suva ZSMUL. People may spend years building something, but nature sometimes needs only a few minutes to change everything. The driver calculated how much weight the vehicle could carry, but he never considered that 3 cows might also have a say. Not every sinkhole swallows everything. In Al Jauf, Saudi Arabia, a strange phenomenon caused the materials being poured into it to appear as though they were being pushed back out. Not everyone gets advice from the ground. This guy did, and the message was simple: don't rush. You're watching one of the Blue Angel's most famous crossing maneuvers, where speed and precision are pushed to the limit. In the middle of a difficult day, genuine help can become the most memorable part of it.